I hate Asians. I think all Asians need to be exterminated.
If I do this, I'm really hoping the Japanese gonna let me come back.
So I wasn't going to make yet another video on Johnny Salami, but so much new information has come out. First of all, he got charged with a new crime. He is now facing up to 10 years in prison. They took his passport. He tried to get my video removed from YouTube through a nonsense privacy complaint. And on top of that, he is double downing on his hatred for the Korean people and is even inciting a genocide. So make sure you don't skip around any part of the video because it's all new information. So first, let's start with the new charge. So the Mapo police built a case against Johnny Salami on suspicion of interference with a business. They took his passport. He's banned from leaving Korea, and that is Article 314, interference with business. For that crime, he is facing 5 years and not more than 15 million won. So the incident that led to this new charge is what happened at the pizza store. Now, it's not a new clip, so we're going to play it later on in the video in case you haven't seen it. But for now, let's talk about the new updates. So we already knew about the other charges he was facing, assault and the drug use. Well, it turns out that the maximum prison sentence for the drug use is 10 years. And they don't have to catch him with it. As long as he tests positive, he can be found guilty of that. Now, 10 years would go a long way to correct his behavior, but I think he is way too far gone, especially after listening to this.
I'm a 5'4" malnourished Ethiopian. I think maybe I was just born to be evil. I don't know. I don't like being good. I don't want to be. If I make content, I don't know. I like to make content that makes people violent. I hate Asians. I think all Asians need to be exterminated. Somebody please put this on the news tomorrow.
So you guys heard that. He said, I think all Asians should be exterminated. And to this, what I have to say is kick, rumble, wake up, ban this garbage from your social media platform. He's just spreading hatred for money. It makes no sense that you haven't banned this piece of crap yet. I had to cut out some parts because it's too heavy for YouTube, but let's see what else he had to say.
If this is recorded, I hope the news puts this on the news. I want to start a race war. And I think I'm slowly, with every country I go and radicalize, I'm starting a race war. And for all you right-wing people that don't want immigrants to come to countries or not, the right wing should be promoting me and using me as an example. There's been a fat bastard in a car driving around for 4 or 5 days without sleep, 12 hours a day, searching for me in Seoul. I think people in America have more lives than this.
So yeah, he's surprised that the Koreans are that determined to hunt him down and hurt him. But like I said in my previous video, hunting Johnny Somali is now the newest, hottest national sport. And they will not stop until you stop. And the way it's looking, there's no sign that Johnny Somali is going to learn his lesson anytime soon, because yesterday he doubled down on the disrespect towards the Korean women.
And don't let the media fool you. This is this is really what the Korean comfort women were. I trust the Japanese more than y'all. If you look into the documentation, if you really want to talk about the comfort women, the Korean comfort women were prostitutes that were used by the American soldiers. They were used by, you know what I mean? They were illegally paid. Honestly, I think the Japanese soldiers were paid 7 yen a month, and the comfort women were paid 300, 400 yen a month. If you go back in time, and that's enough to buy a house if you do it for inflation. So these bitches were rich. These were some of the richest in Korea. If we being honest, I'm trying to come back to Japan. You know, I'm banned from Japan for 5 years. So hopefully, me doing this, now the Japanese embassy, they're gonna let me come back. You know what I mean? I'm hoping if I do this, I'm really hoping the Japanese gonna let me come back. I swear to God, man, I love Japan.
So apparently that was his plan all along. He thinks that by slandering Korean women, he's going to be able to go back to Japan and the Japanese government is going to welcome him with open arms. I highly doubt that is going to happen. But his life was easier in Japan. Even though he got pressed by the Yakuza, he wasn't getting constantly beaten when he was in the streets. So there are so much more news to get to, so let's get into it right away. we do have this clip of Johnny Salami and Hank is showing what appears to be a real gun. And from my understanding, now obviously I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a South Korean, but from my brief research, only elected officials and cops are allowed to carry a gun in South Korea. So this might be a crime right here.
As soon as the fire, you see me, show them what you would have did. Show them, put it out. Sounds like a dyke. I didn't even drink.
In other news, his partner in crime, Gino, has fled the country and is now back in Arizona. And there is this clip that surfaced of him being extremely disgusting towards women in the streets of Korea. So take a look at this. This guy is just a filthy piece of trash.
Visibly bigger. What the Come on, dude. Can I eat your Can I eat your Eat your like that. Oh my god! Oh my! Yo!
So this is his secret Discord account, and you can see here that he's begging for money from his viewers. And it shows here that he's begging for Bitcoins, Ethereum, and he received a donation of 22 cents, which is mind-blowing. He's willing to go through all this, piss off entire countries, get his ass whooped multiple times for pennies, actual pennies. I found another angle of him just after receiving that knuckle sandwich, and you can tell that he was a little bit disoriented, to say the least.
Oh, I'm crazy. You crazy?
My hat.
Come on in.
Please. My hat. 자, 이쪽으로 오세요. 거기. hat. No. 핸드폰이에요? 네? 이거요, 제 거예요. 본인 거예요?
Next time he won't be so lucky, just saying. So this morning I woke up to an email from YouTube saying that they received a privacy complaint about my content, and the link that was provided is to my latest video on Johnny Salami. So he filed a privacy complaint against my video saying that I am infringing on his privacy. Meanwhile, he's broadcasting his entire life to the internet. And this is nothing new to me. This is what scumbags will try to do to shut down other creators, to prevent them from reacting to their videos. And I hope YouTube doesn't delete the video, but if you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely watch it before it gets removed. I don't know if he really has a case here, but with YouTube, you never know. Now, talking about the crime that is possibly going to land him in jail for 5 years, I told you it was at the pizza parlor place, but for those who haven't seen that incident, here is a short clip of it. He was heckling customers for over 30 minutes and interfering with the business, and that's why he was charged.
That's crazy. No! That's... Oh no, don't do that. Oh. You tried it. Don't try to throw drink on me. Yeah. Shit, Gino. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not filming you. You want to get it thrown on you too?
Don't film me and you're putting water on them.
Nobody film you. Shut up.
You want to become the police?
The list of crimes that Johnny Somali has committed in Korea just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. So at the moment, he can't leave the country. He's facing up to 10 years. Now, I just want to clarify something before we go. I am not going to be a YouTuber that's just focused on one person. I like to call out everybody that's looking for their 15 minutes of shame. This guy has been more interesting to talk about for some time, but trust me, every video will not be about this guy. So if you're interested in the bigger picture of scumbags getting humiliated on the internet for being so desperate for clout, then feel free to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.